Hello class 12. Today we will continue with our first chapter. There we will see the importance of history as a professional discipline. So we'll see what are the importance of studying history, or what are the significance of the subject history as a professional discipline. So we'll see that we know now that what is history. We have already read what is history, and we have seen it is the true record of the past event which has an impact or which has a relation to the present. So these are the true events of the past which can affect our present. Those are called history, that is history. And now we'll see what are the importance. There we'll see that first and foremost we see it is a mirror of the past. It's a mirror of the past. Now what does it mean when we say mirror of the past? We see that the entire events of the past are not recorded, only the significant and true events of the past are recorded in history. So it gives us a complete picture of what happened in the past. Thus we can call that this subject, the history, is the mirror of the past. We get to know about all important things of the past from the study of this subject. Thus history as a professional discipline is important because we can know about the past, and in relation to the past we can plan our present, or we can be careful in our future. So it gives us the important event of the past, like the rulers who have ruled, how they have ruled, entire thing that have happened in the past, whatever mistakes they have made, how they have corrected their mistake. These entire past, the picture of the past we can get from the study of history. Next we see history is the vast storehouse of knowledge, which is very important. It is a vast storehouse of knowledge, means we collect so many information in history. We see that history is basically the collection of so much information and so much knowledge from the past and till in present day also. Whatever is happening, say 5 years ago or 10 years ago, is becoming a history. So we see it is the vast storehouse of knowledge, and the branches of history are huge, as we know that because of its vastness it has been categorized into 3 periods: the ancient periods, the medieval periods, and the modern period. So history is the vast storehouse of knowledge, and from different branches of history or from the study of history we get to know about huge informations about the people, about the life of the people. So it is a like vast storehouse of knowledge. Next we see that it provides us with continuity. It provides us with continuity, means whatever has happened in the past, in relation to that how we are planning our present, or how we have corrected the mistakes of the past, and how we will plan our future. These things are all continual process, and this subject, that is history, helps us in maintaining this continuity from the past to the present and in the future. So history is an important subject for providing continuity in human life, what has happened in the past, what human being has done in the past, and what mistakes they have done in the past. Why should we read about them? Because we can learn from their past mistake. That is another important thing. So next importance of history that we can discuss is the understanding of the past. Understanding of past is very important, because if we don't know the past, we cannot proceed or we cannot progress in our present day situation. So for progressing or for developmenting in the present day, we need to know about the past. So the study of past, or understanding our roots, understanding our past, is very important, and this we can do from the study of history. So we see that whatever progress and development has been made already in the past, we can do more progress on those things only from the study of history. We can collect the data what already has been achieved, and then we can work more on those things which has already been achieved, and we can create and develop new things. So it is very important to know our roots. It is very important to know what has happened in the past, what has already happened in the past, so that we can create new things over them. We can work over them and invent and create new things. So the study of the past, or understanding our past, is very important, and history helps us in that. History helps us in understanding our past or knowing our roots. So understanding our past is very important. Next we can know about the political and administration condition, administrative condition, political and administrative condition or changes we can know. So what we see is that whatever measures the king had taken for running their state, how they have run their state, or if any mistake they have done while administering and ruling their state, these things we can learn from history. And the way of administering the state, vast states were there during that time, or any small state, how the king is managing, these all information we can get from history, and based on those principles and those law and order, we can like formulate the principles of present day. Also we see we can work over them to add some more important points, because we already have a set rule how to do or how to manage or how to administer the state. We can now add certain extra things over it, because we already have a like politically how to rule the state or how to administer the state. This we already have the idea which we get from the study of history. So history gives us an idea about the political and administrative condition of the state. Also we see that from the study of history we can know about the economy of any particular country. So we can know about the economy of the country, and we can know that how trade and commerce was there, how trade and commerce helped in the development of the country, what type of economic policy was followed by different rulers, and which economic policies were successful, which were not. This we can all learn from the study of economic history. So we see that it helps us to manage the present day states or present countries, and economy is a very important factor for running the state, because we know without economic well-being a state cannot run for long. So in this situation we see we must give the example of the French Revolution or the American Revolution. These things how these revolutions had an effect on the economy, these things also we can learn. So from history we can learn about the different economic aspects of the society or of a state, and we can also see how different historical events had an impact on the economy of the state. So we can know about the economic condition of any particular period, any particular country from the study of history. Next we can know about the religious policies. Religious policies also we can know that what type of religion was followed by the rulers, and which type of religious policies were successful, like which type of religious policies gave the king the support of the mass, and how this was spread. These things we can learn from the study of history. So we can get an idea about the religious life that was followed by the rulers, and how successful it was or how unsuccessful it was, we can learn from the study of history. And based on that, the present day rulers or the kings should follow those policies to maintain their popularity or to maintain their rule. So we see we can give the example of Ashoka's Dhamma, where Ashoka is the propounder of a new religion called Dhamma, and this religion was made in such a manner that all the people accepted it. So what are the principles of this Dhamma? What are the code of conduct of this Dhamma? These all we can know from the study of history, which are inscribed on the Dhamma lipis or the pillar inscriptions of Ashoka. Also we can give the example of Akbar, who started the new religion of Din-e-Ilahi, and we see this was also accepted by all in the beginning, though it was a failure. Ultimately it was a failure because like people in those days could not accept such a religion which is a mixture of all the religion. People were not so liberal. Akbar, we see, was much ahead of his time. He was very secular, he was of a secular mentality. So his concept of Din-e-Ilahi was a very philosophical concept which was not accepted by people of those days. So it was not a complete success. So these things we can understand that what type of religious policies the different kings followed, and how it impacted their rule, how people accepted them or how people rejected them. These all we can know from the study of religious history. Also, we see that apart from all this, we have other importance of history. There, we will see history helps in building up of a sense of nationalism. So, we see that when we read history, we read about the past of our country, how our country struggled to develop or how our country struggled to become independent. These are the things that we learn from the study of history. So, when we learn all this, how the country struggled or how the country got their independence, how the country fought all the odds. When we read the history of our country, this helps in building up a sense of nationalism among the people, and we see that it builds up the sense of unity also. Like when we are reading the history of our own country, it builds up a sense of unity or nationalism among all the fellow citizens, that how our country fought for independence, how our country suffered and fought all the odds. These all things helps in creating a sense of nationalism and unity among its people. So the study of history is also important for building up a sense of nationalism among the people of the country. Next, we see it is also helpful for warning us against the mistake of the past. So history is a important subject which warns us from the mistake of the past. From the past mistakes, we can learn a lot. So what we see is that whatever mistakes has been made in the past, from those mistakes we can learn in our present day situation, that not to repeat this kind of things in the present which has caused debacle or downfall of any particular ruler or empire or of entire humanity. And it is good that if we learn, then only it is good for the entire human civilization. If human beings are unaware of the past or unaware of the mistakes of the past, then it again can bring like cataclysms of human society. Like we can give the example of the Black Death. We know that the Black Death had taken huge toll of population. More than almost half of the population of Europe was taken away by the Black Death, which was an epidemic. And if we learn from that, we can be careful in our present day. Like we know today we have the coronavirus. 100 years before this we had the influenza virus. So like this we see these are also the warning of history. These are all recorded in history. So if the human being is aware of history, they can be careful about this. The most important example is the Black Death. It is an important part of history, we know that, and we have to learn from these mistakes. And if we don't learn, then there will be the problem. So what we see is that it gives us warning from the mistakes of the past. Apart from all this, we see history is also important to plan our future. And also we see it gives us important guidance in the present. So it not only helps us to plan our future, it also helps us to plan or give guidance in our present day situation. If we learn in history what has happened, how human being has evolved, and the entire thing, how they has set up the civilization, these entire things, informations are available to us, then we can properly get a guidance as to how to form or plan in our present day situation, or how to plan for our future. This entire information we can get. So the study of history is very important, and it is an important professional discipline, where we see that with the study of history, the progress of the society and progress of humanity is completely dependent on the study of history. Thus history is an important professional discipline, and we see that the contribution of history in human civilization is vast. Thank you.